Hi, my name is Melanie, and welcome to A Steadfast Mind. I created this channel as a way to meditate more on God's Word and to help others who are looking for the same thing. But I also know that my heart has to have the right condition in order to receive His Word and apply it to every day, every moment. It reminds me of the parable of the sower. This same parable is told in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. But in this series, I'll be sharing Matthew's account in chapter 13, verses 3 through 8. This is a long one, so I want to read it straight from the Bible. Then he spoke many things to them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went out to sow. And as he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the birds came and devoured them. Some fell on stony places, where they did not have much earth, and they immediately sprang up, because they had no depth of earth. But when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up and choked them. But others fell on good ground, and yielded a crop, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Later, in verses 19 through 23, Jesus explains the meaning to his disciples. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom and does not understand it, then the wicked one comes and snatches away what was sown in his heart. This is he who received the seed by the wayside. But he who received the seed on stony places, this is he who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet he has no root in himself, but endures only for a while. For when tribulation and persecution arises because of the word, immediately he stumbles. Now he who received the word among the thorns is he who hears the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becomes unfruitful. But he who receives seed on the good ground is he who hears the word and understands it, who indeed bears fruit and produces, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. To quickly sum up the parable of the sower, our hearts are the ground, and the seed is the word. The conditions of our hearts determines if the word is going to grow with us or die. The good thing is that our hearts can change. The seed cannot control where it falls, but we can control our hearts. We can change the ground. In this video, I want to focus on the seed that fell along the path. I'll cover the other seeds in the next couple of videos. The seed that fell along the path are the ones who hear the word, but they don't understand it. They don't understand what they're hearing, so the devil comes and immediately snatches it away. They never had a chance to grow. Satan does not want the word to take root in people's hearts because he knows how powerful it is. He is aware of how his attempts to turn people's hearts away from God are always stopped by the word and the faith in those who believe. The best way to keep his stranglehold on the world is to steal away the one thing that makes him powerless. When a person is hearing the word, but not taking anything in, it's just noise to them. They don't understand it, so it's in one ear and out the other. And Satan schemes ways to keep it that way. He'll use distractions, embarrassment, even shame, to keep the word from taking root. Thoughts come into your mind. What you need to do later. What you could be doing. This doesn't make sense. I don't understand. This doesn't apply to me. Yeah, I sinned, but it wasn't my fault. And on thoughts keep coming in, and they keep the word out until there's nothing left to grow. How then do you keep the word? How can you stop it from being stolen away? You have to have the right kind of heart. In Luke chapter 8, verse 15, it says, But the ones that fell on good ground are those who, having heard the word with a noble and good heart, keep it and bear fruit with patience. You have to condition your heart to be good and noble. You need to discipline yourself. Start by paying attention and stop being distracted. I know it's not easy to understand everything the first time, but that's why we have pastors and other church leaders to explain and help us understand. You also need to be patient. If you've ever worked in a garden or in a crop field, or if you've ever just seen a Home Depot commercial, you know that getting the ground ready for planting takes a lot of work and consistency. You can't just work on the ground one day, take a few days off, and then decide to go back. In that off time, Satan is going to bring everything he can to pull your heart away from the Word, to keep you from believing and receiving salvation. The best way to turn your heart into good ground is to meditate on the Word. Remember, meditation is focusing your thoughts on something, thinking deeply and continuously. If you find yourself with a spare moment, use it to focus on God's Word. I am forgiven. I am not condemned. I am reconciled to God my Father. So pay attention, discipline your mind, and plant His Word on the good soil of your heart. And make sure to use your faith when you speak. Let's try this. Breathe in and out. My heart is good ground. My heart is good ground. My heart is good ground. I really hope these meditations help create in you a heart of good ground. Thank you for stopping by, and God bless you.